Now, we have had pet rescues and exotic animals on Access Carolina, even, rabbit rescues, all kinds. But there's a group offering nurturing second chances for pigs in need. We've got Valerie Bartlett at the end and Justin Smith from Secondhand Pig Sanctuary. Welcome. Glad you're here. Introduce us to your friends.
Thank you. Thank you. This is Nate, and then this little one here is Petunia.
Yeah. And they're precious piggies. They each have a story. Let's start with Petunia. Where did she come from, and how did she become part of your life?
She was actually, we had a follower call us up. She was being sold at a Repticon in Columbia, and some people felt very compassionate and bought her. They were afraid that she was going to be used for feed, and they just called us right up and said, hey, we've got this pig, we don't know what to do with. And she came on board. She's what, about
5 months old?
5 months old.
Mm-hmm. And okay, so she's little, like and smart like a dog would be. I mean, around your house, she snorts at the back door. She has a bell at the back door, and she goes out just like the dogs do.
Absolutely, absolutely. She's fully potty trained, and she kind of does what she wants to do.
Yeah, and she should have, baby.
Generally, she learns very quickly. Valerie, you wanna?
And you said that they're highly food motivated, so that's why they're so easy to train. She's going to bring you the basket right there and say, go ahead, put some Cheerios in there, and I'll do what you say.
Absolutely, absolutely.
I love this. Now, Nate, the bigger one, even though he's bigger, he's the one that wants to be on the couch, and that's what Nate gets to do. Tell us about Nate.
Nate came to us from Greenville Animal Control. Greenville County Animal Cares gave us a call, and they had a pig. They just, again, they couldn't home.
Yeah.
He was found as a stray, and he's been with us for about a month and a half now. This is actually his first day on a lead and
in a harness.
A harness, and
he's
doing exceptionally. And yeah.
I love this. You sent pictures on your way down, and we're coming, and they're in the car just like any pets. You must get a lot of looks from people because pigs aren't so mainstream. But at the same time, you were telling me how they're emotionally really sweet. They know if you've had a hard day. They know if another animal's had a hard day. What are some things about having a pig around that might surprise people? What are they like?
They're very, very emotional creatures. They're also very social creatures. They have the emotional intelligence of a 5-year-old. They will actually sulk if you use negative reinforcement. Using positive reinforcement always works best, just like you would if you were you have a small child.
All right, so there you are at your place. You've got 90-something pigs, and your mission in life is just in this organization is to make sure people understand that if they get a pet pig, there's a commitment involved, like anything. What do you want people to understand?
Well, they do have a life expectancy of about 20 years. I mean, most potbellies usually 15, 20 years, but you have to be prepared for that. And if you're really, willing to make that commitment, and they do make wonderful pets, but you obviously have to make sure that, you don't live in a situation where you've got an HOA that's going to have a problem with you having a pig, or you live in a second-story apartment or something like that.
Yeah, absolutely.
We've actually gotten them from those reasons.
The thing that we can't forget is that they are still considered livestock. They're hoofed animals. So there are certain legal aspects that you always have to look at as well. Whether or not are they zoned? It's unlike dogs. You have to be in a zoned area to have a pig. They are wonderful, wonderful pets, as Valerie said, and they're wonderful animals, but they're enough different from dogs that it's a very different experience. It's not like having a dog.
But I loved the story of how you decide, how these pigs all came into your life. Valerie, you talked about what you were going to do for birthday years back, and it was either going to be a weekend at Biltmore or you were going to get yourself a pig. And once you did, heart changed.
It snowballed.
She chose a pig, and then 2 weeks later, we had our first rescue pig. We got a call from we were living over in Cherrydale, and we got a call from someone that had they had spotted a pig on Poinsett Highway. And that was Archie, and we went right over there right after work, and he's been with us ever since. And that was when we first were really brought, I guess, to our attention that there's a need. There's a need for protecting pigs and how wonderful these animals are.
Well, and you've got the calling and you've responded. I mean, you're doing so much for so many pigs and really a resource for all this. Your nonprofit operates Secondhand Sanctuary. I'm sure anybody watching who wants to help you out, we're going to put your information online. But anything you want people to know about just how you operate and what's important to understand before we go?
Keep in mind, we need support. We need help. And that can come in many forms, from something as small as we have people who bring us just pumpkins, and they bring us vegetables and blankets and towels. It doesn't have to be a large donation. Any donation is just greatly appreciated.
Very good. Well, I know you're connected with the Liberty Pop-Up Market. Proceeds go to Upstate Animal Groups. That's 15 South Commerce Street in Liberty. Also, you own the Spice and Tea Exchange in Greenville, 123 North Main Street, which helps to fund Sanctuary's cause. So people can find you in all these ways. Valerie, Justin, Petunia and Nate, it's been a real pleasure. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you for having us.
And this segment and information about Secondhand Sanctuary will be on accesscarolina.com. You can follow that organization on social media to keep up